Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, I love this champion. I love Yondu. He's an absolute blast to play, and he's very, very good. All right, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna show you a series of fights, duels, 3-star, 6-star. There's a 6-star rank 3, yes, against Winter Soldier. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We're gonna talk a little bit about like how he works, why he's so great, and I want you to know this is a 6-star rank 3. I have no relic, anything like that. Throughout this video, I will be spec'd into 3 of 5 collar tech, which reduces the combat power rate a little bit, but you know, I don't think you need that with this guy. I don't think you need that at all. But I want you to see this right now. So we've got our ruptures on. We've got the weakness because we are at Sig 200. Okay, signature ability really nice for the tankiness you're going to be seeing. But I'm expecting to despair anyways. Look at all these debuffs for landing. And what I want you to see is look at these ruptures are taking for 608. There's actually that's more than tick. There's so many of them. There's 3 furies on us. That is from throwing the special 2. You get more furies the more the opponent has thrown their specials, right? So we're going to throw our special 2. Watch how many furies. We're going to have 8 furies. They last a while, so they're not just modifying special 2. They're modifying the ruptures here. I'm seeing numbers in thousands. I'm seeing tons of 839. The longer the fight goes, the actually better he gets. So but you're going to see, I'm going to show you some very short fights, and he's going to make them very short. And I have some other fights I've done that are similar, where he's not exactly the same as Red Guardian. I'm not trying to tell you he's as nukey as Red Guardian. He is not. But I will give you the numbers where I'll show you, like, this isn't that far off when you consider all the utility, all the stuff he's got. It was a minute 18. And then this is a duel. This is actually a maxed out 3-star, okay, versus my rank 5-star Havoc. So this is a massive challenge rating difference. There's a massive difference in the power level of these champions. And I did this duel and it made me fall in love. Look how little damage we took. We are still at 91% health. I butchered a evade from Havoc. And keep in mind that this is my own account. So I am facing my mastery setup, meaning despair, inequity, all those things. This Havoc has 8 debuffs on it. And I'm having to punch through that with a 3-star. And yeah, because it's a 3-star, he's not going to be doing as much rupture damage as the 5-star, the 6-star just did. But when you look at the relative value, basically, right, this is massive. Also, remember, he has, I think they actually do call it an invalidate when the opponent has the prowess that a lot of like our older mutants have, which are coming into the game. We saw how powerful Havoc can be. And then he gets an armor up, so he's pretty future punch. And then look how much damage this special 1 took off. And I think that's where you can have the big takeaway here. Yes, this was a 3-star, but he did so much damage with the single SB1, which has a heal block and a stifle. We'll get to that to end out that fight. Now, this is at 5.1.6. This is where I've been testing 3-star champions since I left the CCP, so I can give you an idea of damage. You know, there are some nodes in there and things like that too. Now, this is a 3-star versus a 4-star in content, so the parries are going to be giving me a little bit more chip damage than normal. But you can see all of the ruptures adding up. She's throwing a special. We're going to throw our special too. And, well, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Red Guardian was doing fights on this lane in between 24 and 30 seconds. He is a massive nuke. And I wanted to establish a timeline, a table of like, this is what a massive nuke does. Yondu just did that in 33 seconds. Now, he's got class advantage. I get that. But I also took the Quake on that lane in 38 seconds. So, again, he's not the nuke that Red Guardian is. I'm not trying to tell you he is. But the way this guy ramps up, and now we're going to show you some more utility here. We're going to move on. I believe we've got this magic next, too. I don't even usually do this fight because magic has some... For a lot of people who probably don't even know this anymore. When she crosses bars of power, she's supposed to get this thing called limbo. It just does unavoidable damage. Nothing you can do about it. So she's a tough one. There's a reason why they're completely reworking her, okay? What I want you to see is, one is the combat power rate. Remember, he's reducing combat rate for every debuff he has on. Additionally, we've now landed our stifle off of the SB1, which is a 60% stifle. Look at how little power she is gaining from me hitting into her with stifle, with debuffs. And then, like I said, Polar Tech is obviously helping out a little bit. Additionally, there's more. There's a heal block off of the SB1, which lasts for 20 seconds. I want to make sure I read it correctly. Yep, 20 seconds. If the opponent has regeneration effect, it's actually for 30 seconds. So magic is supposed to heal back the damage she takes when she's in, when the limbo's over, like she would right now. Nothing happened. because she is heal block, really great utility. I'm really loving this champion. In case it's not clear, like I said, the signature ability I've got him. These fights are going to be a champion at SIG 200 is inflicting a 40% weakness debuff when they activate the special attack. The defender, when they activate they're going to get this weakness debuff. It's part of why he is so outrageously tanky. Like I said, inspecting into inequity anyway. So the debuffs are doing that job too. But then these massive weaknesses that are literally like staying on the champion. And that's the other thing is like, I remember when I first read it as a kid, I thought these things just happened during the specials, like the Furies and all that. Absolutely not. What I'm pointing out to you here, this is a rank 5 ascended 5-star wolf. This is rank 5 ascended, was pretty beefy. There's a big challenge difference. There's a big difference between these two champions, the star level and all of that. That heal block is lasting for 30 seconds, which allows me to go all the way to my special 2, throw that, get the Furies, put on the ruptures, and then with the heal block and the ruptures, just absolutely decimated a healing Wolverine. Okay, you saw him against some nodes. That was a node there against the magic. And I'm going to show 2 fights. I actually played this one very, very poorly. So we're going to just kind of look at these final couple of fights. I'm going to talk to you about him a little bit. So, you know, he has no nullified protection, right? As you can see from Doctor Strange there. So I wanted you to see that. He's also not doing anything about ability power rate. And I think this was a big thing like 2-3 years ago where I would talk to you guys because people talk about, and it's a great channel member of mine, Lions Mate, right? O's fan. And I would say, like, well, there's a difference between combat power rate and ability power rate, and champions like Punisher 29 can't do anything about ability power rate. And I'm showing you this just so you can understand the difference. A lot of you probably know that. That's fine. But I want to make sure everyone does. Tech champions really don't deal with that. But 3-4 years ago, it didn't feel like that was asked for very much, where now it feels like it totally is to them. I think, you know, they do a lot of things right as well, too. And I think they've developed the relationship between mutant and tech very, very well. And you know how much I love the tech class. So this ability to reduce combat power rate, which Yondu's doing anyway, then with the stifle for his SP1, I think that's massive. I just wanted to show you that, you know, no nullify immunity and doesn't do anything about ability power rate. That's about it. You know, he's not going to be great for Captain Britain because he does crit and he's knocking the champions down. He's going to be pretty good against Mr. Sinister. You got to be careful. You want to play that about right. You want to make sure you push Sinister to the SP2. He does have the heal block, and then he has immunity. It's very interesting call out. Immunity to concussion debuffs when fighting mutants as well. He's pretty good against Onslaught. He doesn't have the ability to parry on contact or anything like that, so this is going to be like a Bastion level thing against him. But I feel like while he's not amazing for like Captain Britain or Onslaught, he can take Onslaught. That ability, the combat power reduction, gonna probably help you out in a pinch against champions like Bullseye. Remember, he's putting on all those weaknesses as well. I think he's incredibly well suited for the very current game in PvP modes, and I think he's going to be an excellent quester. And then when we get those fights and those quests where the health pools are bigger, I've shown you he's going to be great for them because he is building up with these Furies and also placing these weaknesses on the defender when they throw their specials is going to be amazing for keeping alive. I'm aware that the Ravager sale will be going out a day but after this video goes live. That yes, that's part of why I'm making this, because people are going to want to know my thoughts on Yondu. I'm not encouraging you to participate in that sale. I will not be participating in it. I do think Cabal's making great strides in those directions, and I'm getting pretty excited about the game again. But I promised you all I would not be participating in it. If you are deciding to do it anyways, if it fits within your discretionary budget, if you're excited about the sale and you're enjoying the game, I don't think you should feel any shame spending on your hobby. I do it myself as well. I have a video out on Super Scroll if you want to check that out. But if it was me, I would take Yondu and I wouldn't even. I'd be very excited about taking it and having a great time. As usual, let me know what you think you got right. Let me know what you think you got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.